In this video, I'll show you how to do more advanced prompting in ChatGPT for more advanced users. But one thing that is very important is that you want to have a good prompt structure for better results. So that means you want to be clear, have context, and tell ChatGPT exactly what kind of output you're looking for. So in this case, I'm going to put in the chat, act as a tech support expert and explain how to fix high CPU usage on Windows 10 in simple steps. So if we hit enter, now it's going to give us lots more answers. It's detailed, it has all the steps that we need. And it's actually pretty good because it tells us all the kind of different things that we can try to address high CPU usage in Windows 10 as we requested. So it gives us the exact info that we're looking for. Now you can also follow up with this, and you can even request for ChatGPT to turn this prompt, or turn this answer, I should say, into something else. So I can ask it to draft an email based off the last response, give the Spanish and English versions, short email only. So that implies that we want a couple of different things. So first requirement is that it's an email. Third and fourth requirement is that it is a Spanish English version and short email only. So when we hit enter, it's going to do all of that for me. So as you see, it's a very short email in English and a short email in Spanish, and that's basically it. You don't have to waste time asking the same question. All you have to do is follow up with the same question and the same response that was provided to you. And you can ask ChatGPT to act as anything, really. So you can ask ChatGPT to act as a professional email writer. You can ask it to act as a Windows system administrator. That way you can have lots of different type of answers, right? So I'm going to say something along the lines of act as a professional email writer. Maybe let's just say that. How do I create an email? So they're going to tell us all the information that we need. It's going to give us quick examples, I should say. And that's basically it. Another thing that is really important is step-by-step output control. So this means that if you want something explained step-by-step, you can request for it to be explained step-by-step. You can also request for having something as a numbered list. So give me a numbered list. Who is a part of the Toronto Raptors? And it's going to give me a numbered list. Once it searches all the information, it will give me a list from 1 to however many. There we go. And a cool thing is that, as you see here, it also gives you the source, so you can also validate and verify that information. Now, there's also another thing that you can request for. So you can request for step-by-step information, you can request for emails, you can request for numbered lists, and now you can also request for prompt answers to be under 100 words, or to be a specific amount of words. So remember how we requested for an email in the past? You can also request not just for a short email, but also specifically under 100 words. So in this case, explain how to create an email in under 100 words. And there you go, under 100 words. Now under 10 words. Wow, that's very short, and it's exactly what we requested for. So that is a good way to limit what kind of information you're getting. Now, ChatGPT is also good for productivity because you can ask ChatGPT to do some kind of things for you that will help you shorten your time for working on stuff. So, for example, I want to write a quick script for a YouTube video on how to clear temporary files in Windows. So I can ask them to create me a script, and it tells you exactly what to say. It tells you what kind of scene it is. So in this case, we are asking. It's like we're speaking to the camera. We have the voiceover, and it tells you exactly what to show on the Windows side. So it's a pretty good tool to get all that information. Where it would take me maybe an hour or two to actually write it down and figure out what to say, what to do. So we got all of that in less than 1 minute. So that's pretty cool. You can also have an article summarized. So for example, summarize, let's just say Mr. Beast achievements in bullet points. So you can have it summarize all the information. And look how fast it gives us all the information too. So imagine going to Wikipedia, going to his YouTube channel, going through all of the different Forbes articles and all of that just to get all this information, when we can just ask ChatGPT in one prompt and then it will give it to us. So that is very simple. You can also ask ChatGPT to do other things, like formatting information as a checklist. You can say, put this in a table, and it will do that. See details, achievement category, and you can copy and paste this into Microsoft Word or wherever you want. And then also write this as a short tutorial. And it does everything for you. Now, just some things to note is that AI can always be wrong. So you just want to make sure that you double check everything that you're given by the AI, and especially if the information is very important. So that's something that to look out for. Don't just take ChatGPT at face value. There's also other websites out there with many other sources. What you can also do, speaking of that, is you can ask ChatGPT to give you lots of sources on a certain topic. So I'm writing an essay about photosynthesis. What are some good educational articles and sources to refer to? And they can actually give you some links based off that. So yeah, there you go. So Britannica, OpenStax, BBC, and you got all of this information that you can work with. The gist of it. So if you find that helpful, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and I will make lots of other videos like this in the future. So yeah, take care. Have a great day.